What's up, party people? I can see my breath a little bit. 39 degrees here in Cincinnati. Skip fall, straight to winter. Man. Anyway, I got Byron's car all done yesterday. A few knick-knack stuff he had going on as well. So I got to hit storage, start cleaning up this stuff, do an inventory of everything I need to get out of here, and I can't believe it. I got to deal with some, I don't know if it's legal personal business, but it's pretty important personal business. So I hope this don't drag on for more than a day or two. Anyway, that may delay me a little bit, but still get ready to pack up, head to New York. So I guess I'm gonna have to make sure I got some garages with maybe a little bit of heat, because I have drug around till winter time. So yeah, let me get this cracking. Oh, I got a couple more donations yesterday. We're right about at $408. So special thanks to Christopher and one other person. I'll mention you tomorrow. And we'll, try to get this oil pan today so we can get that shipped to Albuquerque. Somebody said they might know where one is in Cleveland. They might try to help me get, so I don't have to buy a new one. Save a couple $100 there. So right now we're at about 408 of about $800. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna order that skid plate to be shipped there and work on getting this oil pan over there. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert. That's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you could click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. Here we go, folks. You pull and pay. Gotta get 2 parts. Maybe 3, maybe 4. The main part I need is on road 54, if it's still there. Car been there 28 days, which is about their limit. They crush cars here about every 30 days. So let me go see if these vehicles are still here, see if they got the part. If so, I'll pull it. If not, I'm gonna keep searching. Road 54, you pull and pay, Cincy. Those some nice little wheels. Hot dog. Boy, I just got drenched. Soaked. This thing was up in the air, full of water. I lowered that thing down, so much water poured out of there. Man, one thing I need to get is this wiper arm assembly, if it works. This is a pretty nice car, I bet it works. Byron's is not working. So I'm going to see if this one does. I'm going to test it with my jump box and take it. This thing has black trim in it. Somebody was asking me for some black trim, so I'll check that text message, get this black trim for them probably. And man, it's got a dual bumper. Now, if you say you got an 850 and I offer you parts off of a V70 or S70, I'm only going to offer you those parts because they fit. Why would I offer you some parts that would not fit or work? That would not be productive. So you do not have to ask me, will it fit? Oh, of course it fits. I asked you if you wanted it. I'm not going to try to sell you or offer you some parts. It's not going to work. So let me get this panel off. There's a video that shows you how to properly get these off without destroying them. Get this panel off and test this wiper, see if it works, and take it if it does. Looky here. This panel's got the repair deal on it. So you turn these half a turn, and then you pull them out, or 90 degrees, and then you pull them out. So this one's got some good clips still in it. One clip good still in it, the other ones are broken. But now I have access to this. Tap into this motor wire here put my jump box on it. See if this wiper works. Crap, it's got 3 wires going into this motor. I thought it only had 2. What's going on there? Huh. Well, let's see what happens. Got it working. The orange and black wire is the ground. The green with the orange stripe is the positive. So I'd say that's working fine. And when I put it on this yellow wire with the lavender strap, it parked. So there we have it. I thought that lavender one might have been intermittent wiper, but it just parked it. So you want to start out here with this nut, which I think is 13. Pull that blade off, pull that gasket off, and then go inside and pull the rest of the stuff off. Because this glass gasket is shaped like that and pretty much has to be squoze in to get it out, you need to pull that wiper assembly out before you can get that out of the glass. Here it is, boys. C70. I think this is a 2008. Drop top, baby. Gotta see if it's got an oil pan without an oil level sensor in there. So I need to find something to throw on the ground. Crawl under there. 1 down, 1 to go, baby. Hey, it's maybe some kind of boost pressure sensor there. But oil pan's busted. 1 more down there on the end. Let's go check that one. Last oil pan was busted. I guess I'd say this one's busted too. All this putty on it, I don't know if that thing's leaking or not. So I gotta keep looking around. I find an oil pan, because these are bad. Like the AC compressor's in the way too. It kind of sucks. If you got one of these P1 Volvos and you do not have a IPD lower engine pan protecting shield on it, man, you're asking for it, because these things are evidently, it's probably the #1 reason they're in the salvage yard. Busted oil pans. Spring seats that are rusted and blown out. That is done, people. Done. And this is what a good one looks like. Just barely starting to tear under the underside, but it's good on the top side. So this might have, I don't know, 10, 20,000 miles left on it. Who knows? Rotor bolt wheel guide. This little thing here, this is normally longer. This one looks like it's been damaged. But you screw this in there, it holds the rotor onto the hub, so that when you pull the tire off, the rotor doesn't go trying to bounce around in there, and caliper's not going to let it come off if the caliper's bolted to the knuckle, but that holds the rotor snug, keeps your bolts aligned, so you can use the pin or the bolt. Now when you have that installed, you come over to your wheels. Your wheel has a open recess thing for that pin to go in, so you're supposed to put that pin in that position. Now some cars like the 850s and the 960s, they have nipples in these other 4 spots and an open area there for that pin, so you got to make sure that pin falls into that recess or into the part of the wheel that doesn't have nipples sticking out. One time I had a guy at Walmart bolt my wheel down like that, and I got about a half mile down the road, hit the highway, had to pull over, pull the wheel off in my suit, put my wheel on the right way. Pin was broke, warped the rotor, gouged into the wheel. A $900 mess for Walmart. But anyway, that's how it goes. Actually, it wasn't Walmart, it was Sam's Club. They put new tires on for me. But that's what that pin is for. You can use a bolt or the pin. So in this video, I'm about to do this left front control arm on this all-wheel drive P80 car. These control arms have what we call 4 bolts in them. I jack the car up, set it on the jack stand. I get the wheel off. So there's the front 2 bolts and the rear 2 bolts. We call these 4-bolt control arms. So it's a little tricky getting them off, but this is what I do to get the back bolt. I get that 1/2 inch with the 17 millimeter, whatever size that nut is. I put it on that back bolt, break it loose. Now the next bolt is behind the transmission. I used a 17 boxed in to get that one loose, but I really don't take that one loose until I got the other 3 out. So that gets the first one. These 2 forward bolts are relatively easy to get. This one here, I can't get it out without taking the transmission mount loose and jacking up the transmission. So I'm going to reuse that bolt, and then I can get that one out with an extension, a little bit of a swivel on it. I come down here, and this bolt for this ball joint is loose. This ball joint is not tight holding this in. So I'm going to loosen that up a little bit. I'm going to take it all the way out because I got a new bolt for it. Take this out, replace this control arm because it's loose, torn up and everything. I pulled the control arm out, and then I put the ball joint in, and then I get the second bolt back from the front started. I stick it through the hole, and as you can see here, the control arm has a little angle on it. So you have to remove that angle and make that straight so you can start your screw. So I take an adjustable jaw wrench, or maybe a 21 or 22 millimeter. I put it on there, and then I twist it up so that the threads can be at the right direct angle so that I can slide that screw in there and start that screw by hand. You don't want to cross thread this control arm. The only other way to do it is to get the axle out of the way. So I got the front one started, and then I got the next one started back, and then I tightened those 4 bolts, and then I went on ahead and tightened the ball joint bolt. Now I got my hub centric rings in the mail, so I'm installing those on the new wheels because the new wheel bore is a whole centimeter larger than the old one. So there you have it. The control arm's on. Now I'm getting ready to install the wheels. I have the centric rings on the front, and the old ones were 72.2. The new ones are 73.1. So we definitely needed the new ring. Actually, the old wheels called for 72.6. So those 72.1s were half a centimeter too small. But anyway, we got that squared away, and I'm going to do the rears tomorrow when I do the brake pad. So we're going to call it a night. Went out to the junkyard, messed with this car a little bit, did some stuff on YouTube, and I think it's not supposed to rain at all tomorrow. So I'll definitely be able to finish up on this car and hopefully find an oil pan for that car out in Albuquerque. I got a couple donations, about 50 bucks worth, so that's great. I appreciate you guys help. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them. Again, thank you very much for watching.